Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Good Luck Stocks podcast. I'm Dr. Asi Peretz.
And I'm Dr. Eric Peretz.
Today we're going to be talking about how much a hair transplant costs you. I mean, we've been trying to find this out, Googling, and it's actually quite difficult.
Very difficult to find out because a lot of places range a lot and getting a specific quote is not that easy.
So stay tuned and find out how much a hair transplant costs in your part of the world.
Welcome to the Good Luck Stocks podcast.
You may have noticed Asi and I both have mustaches. We like to call them Movembers, and the reason we do this is because November is Men's Health Awareness Month, or more particularly awareness for men's cancers like testicular cancer and prostate cancer, as well as men's suicide awareness. So what we do is we donate to these amazing charities, and we'll leave some links. And yeah, we always grow our mustaches.
Every November, guys, so please try and donate. They are really good causes, and don't forget to feel your balls every day in the shower. Okay, well, let's get straight to it. How much will a hair transplant set you back?
And because we love cryptocurrencies and we accept them as well, we're going to show you how much a hair transplant will cost in Bitcoin.
So the first thing you need to know before we start this cost analysis is exactly what variables go into the hair transplant process. So there's two main things. The first thing is the amount of grafts. How many grafts is going to be transplanted into your head? Now let's not forget every graft, which is one follicular unit, has on average 2.2 hairs. Okay?
And I think it's important to mention that we're only going to be talking about FUE transplants and not FUT transplants, which are generally quite a bit cheaper.
Yes, so for this exercise, FUE alone. Now it also depends on where you are in the world. So let's start in North America, and we'll start with Canada. So if you want a hair transplant in Canada, it's going to set you back between $15,000 and $40,000 US dollars.
That's exceptionally pricey. Probably the most expensive place in the world.
It's not that pricey. Depends how many Bitcoin you have.
That's true.
So if you're looking at that in grafts, it's probably between $8 and $15 per graft in Canada.
Canada being probably one of the most pricey places in the world. So now let's take a look at the US. In the US, you might expect to pay anywhere between $12,000 to $30,000 US dollars.
12 sounds a little bit cheap for me for the US, but maybe if you're getting minimal grafts.
Well, they charge about $6 to $12 a graft there.
Yeah, sounds about right to me. Okay, moving across the globe to the UK, there a hair transplant will probably range between $10,000 and $30,000 US dollars.
Very, very difficult to find these answers because no clinic actually gives you a proper quote.
Yeah, it was quite, we really spent a lot of time trying to find these prices.
Yeah, and we actually found them from patients who had told us what they had paid.
Exactly.
In the European Union, you might expect to pay anywhere between $7,000 to $25,000 US dollars. It's quite a broad range.
There's a few countries in Europe, like Spain and Italy, for example, that you actually can find a hair transplant for like $2,000 or $2,500. But those are generally black market underground clinics. That's why we haven't mentioned that price. And we would generally advise avoiding those clinics.
Yeah.
Moving on to the country where we operate, Turkey. So in Turkey, prices vary quite a bit, but mainly you're looking at anywhere between $3,000 US dollars to about $12,000, $15,000 US dollars.
So now, a lot of people will ask you, what? That's crazy. I've heard that people pay $1,500. I can almost guarantee you that anyone who pays less than $3,000 is getting their hair transplant done by technicians, perhaps not even with the supervision of doctors, and for this reason we have not included them in our price range. In our home country, South Africa, you can expect to pay anywhere between $3,000 US dollars to about $8,000 US dollars.
In Korea, you can expect to pay between $8,000 and $30,000 US dollars for a hair transplant.
And not many people know this, but Korea is one of the leading hair transplant places in the world.
It's true. And last but not least, Brazil, you can expect to pay between $5,000 and $15,000 for a hair transplant.
So as the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. Always do your research. I'm going to do a video on what I would do if I was looking for a hair transplant.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. Please help our channel by liking and subscribing, and share this. Ask us questions. We love to answer them. Thank you so much.
And don't forget, if you buy some Bitcoin today, you might be able to afford that hair transplant tomorrow.
Not financial advice.
No.